Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Tiara Maharani. I am from class 3B in Universitas Muhammadiyah Professor Dr. Hamka, and I am here to give a movie review. But the thing, the thing that I am reviewing is not a movie actually, but a series. It is called Gudetama, an excellent adventure. So this movie takes place in Japan during modern era around 2020 to 2021. For sure it is taken place in Tokyo, as the capital city of Japan. There are two main characters in this series, which are, the first one is Gudetama. Gudetama is made up from the word gude, which means lazy, and tama means egg. So Gudetama means lazy egg. As well as described in the name, Gudetama is portrayed as a very lazy egg that has less motivations to actually keep living. Gudetama is portrayed as lazy, less motivated, even too realistic. Like when someone tells about something like a dream, he will be like starting to give up on it because it's like less motivated and holding on to reality, I guess. And then Gudetama is actually sarcastic. In some moments, it is portrayed that Gudetama used sarcasm to express its emotions. Also, the last one of the characteristics of Gudetama is it is very pessimistic, which is not really a good thing. But in the end, he gained motivation to actually achieve his dream. And then the second character is Sakipio. Sakipio is portrayed as a newly hatched chick. So Gudetama hatched first, not actually hatched, but like the egg was broken. But Sakipio is actually hatched into a little chick. Sakipio is or half the opposite characteristics of Gudetama, because Sakipio is portrayed as optimistic chick, cheerful, loyal, but sometimes crybaby. Why do I say crybaby? Because in the series, in the middle episodes, if I'm not mistaken, there were like egg mafias, and they were all dishes or food made of eggs. Sakipio is a living one, but Sakipio was very afraid of the other egg dishes that is actually threaten it. And then, if I could say which character do I like the best, I cannot decide. Why? Because both Gudetama and Sakipio have opposite characters, which makes it even more interesting. Like Gudetama is very, very pessimistic, while Sakipio is very optimistic and like just go with the flow. Just go with the flow. Everything happen in the future, they can handle it. That's what Sakipio's character is. While Gudetama is like, oh no, not sure, I better like just lay down and sleep here. It makes them very interesting to watch, like seeing two different or two opposite characteristics in one series. It's something else. If I could say, is there any character that I don't like? Nah, I like both of them. Well, maybe some side characters that I don't like, Um, I don't like the reporters in the series, the one that is supposed to get unusual news, unusual things to report on TV. He was very ambitious, but because of that, he couldn't see Gudetama in a real form. Only people who believes and not too realistic, I guess, can see Gudetama. During the first episodes of Gudetama series, Gudetama and Sakipyo hatched in a sushi restaurant. There were many egg dishes, but unfortunately, Gudetama didn't make it as a dishes. He was broken and hatched outside. Not really hatched actually, but broken, like spilled everywhere. You know, raw egg? Yeah, just like that. Gudetama is portrayed like that. While Sakipyo hatched as a little chick from one of the egg in the restaurant. Sakipyo is portrayed with cheerful sound, cheerful voice, which makes it like, what is it, like a childlike sound that is make it even like make us feel excited to watch. During the first few episodes of Gudetama meets some egg dishes in the sushi restaurant, and one of the dishes is a sushi with egg, what is it, fish roll. So because fish roll is like attached to each other, the fish roll is asking Gudetama what is individuality, because they thought that they never have individuality because they're always together since in the fish. But some egg dishes are like saying that it is better not to know about individuality because you may feel lonely, and if you want to feel individuality, well, just look at the egg omelette sushi, tamago sushi. He was alone and dried up because nobody picked him to eat. He was really frustrated. And then during the middle episodes, this is what gets interesting. I like middle episodes very much because there are a lot of adventures that makes it even more exciting and fun. First, they were meeting rotten egg. So just like Gudetama, it was broken before getting cooked, yeah. And because nobody has eaten it, it becomes rotten. Yeah, it becomes rotten, and it's just like forgotten in the middle of nowhere in the park and everything else. So raw egg tends to have bad smell. So it is portrayed, the Gudetama, the name of the rotten eggs is Gudetama, and it was portrayed as a bad guy that has experienced bad life, something like that, until it is getting rotten. And then after that, they are meeting egg mafias that actually stealing and selling, what is it called, something that is used to keep the food moist, not the food moist, the food dry, so that it doesn't get spoiled or rotten, in exchange for soy sauce. It's really interesting, if I could say. It was portrayed that the egg mafias are actually boiled egg, yeah, and yeah, something like that. During this time, while Gudetama is actually starting to get rotten, they were seeking for the way to prevent Gudetama from being rotten, because Gudetama and Sakipio has an ambition to meet their mom, which is sick chicken in farm. So they were like trying to find a way to get that kind of thing, that preserved food. So during the finding of that, Gudetama and Sakipio meets hard-boiled egg. Hard-boiled egg help them to get what they want and lead them to the mafia place. There they see many eggs, many egg dishes, are swimming, diving in soy sauce. It's really interesting to see. And as the boss of the mafia is actually egg omelette, a big egg omelette, he was very frightening for other side eggs. And the preserved food, the thing to preserve food is getting stolen by century egg. As if you don't know what is a century egg, it is like an egg that is preserved for 40 days or 100 days, using in salt and some preserves to keep them not getting rotten until they're finally ready to eat. And it was really interesting. I'm not even kidding, that it was really, really interesting. I enjoyed watching it. Well, maybe because it has like good animation, real life actions. The inner child of us is satisfied by watching it. It's very good, of course, because it is cartoon plus real life into one. And then Gudetama, the last episode, Gudetama finally find his mom in the farm. But during that time, Gudetama is actually starting to rotten again, because like it just preserve the thing to preserve food is actually working short, not really long. It cannot prevent the egg from getting spoiled or rotten. So the farmers actually see Gudetama and asked about his intention after meeting his mom. So Gudetama think about it, as the purpose of its life is actually to get eaten, right? It's better to get eaten than just going spoiled or rotten. So Gudetama choose the farmers, or let the farmers to eat him. The farmers were like, okay, I will eat you, but in the traditional way, which is not being cooked, just served on raw egg, served on top of warm rice, and just eat it raw. And then there, the movie ends when Gudetama is getting eaten by the farmers. It was nice, but I don't think it's like just like the plot hole of this movie. But after all, the other parts or the other episodes are very good. But I guess that the ending is creating a plot hole in this series. And then, which part do I like the most? Well, if I could tell you something interesting, this will be very interesting. Why? Because actually, in one of the episodes, yeah, Gudetama is actually becoming a prime minister of Japan. Can you imagine that? A raw egg becoming a prime minister of Japan? Oh my god, it was really good. The prime minister was crying because he doesn't want to do his job, and then suddenly Sakipio and Gudetama promoting themselves to be the next prime minister and get the position actually. And then Gudetama thought the previous prime minister to do better and just do whatever he feels like. Yeah, do what his actual purpose is without like without thinking about others' opinion, just be himself. It was really good. I liked that episode very much. uh I feel like the least episodes or the least part that I don't like is when Gudetama is actually get eaten. Yeah, as I said before, when Gudetama is getting eaten, it creates a plot hole. While actually, if he doesn't get eaten, it can be a longer movie or more adventure. But as well as we know that the raw egg purpose is either being cooked and served and eaten, or just eaten raw by another person, by human. So, well, I am kind of disappointed, but after all or overall, this series is very good. You can watch it on Netflix actually. Well, I know Netflix is you have to subscribe on Netflix and pay certain amounts of money, but trust me, it's worth it for me. Yeah, but this series is really good if you find comedy interesting. And then, what is the moral values of the series? Well, as I can get from Sakipio character, is we should always be positive and optimistic. Yeah, about what we can get. Well, there's a saying, if there is a will, there is a way. That's what I can get from this movie, because Sakipyo is very optimistic that they could meet their mom, but while Gudetama is like, nah, we cannot meet. No, we cannot meet our mom. Oh no, I'm too lazy. Let me just get back to myself. Yeah. Well, Sakipyo is, come on, we can do that. You have to believe in yourself, blah blah blah. No, that's really good, yeah. Sakipyo, and also this part I really like about Sakipyo is, no matter how pessimistic Gudetama is, Sakipyo is always staying loyal. Even when Gudetama was falling from the highest floor of Prime Minister building, Sakipyo go downstairs by himself to save Gudetama. It was really good, a very sibling love in that one. And then, would I recommend this series to you? Of course. Why wouldn't I? This is very interesting for those who enjoys cartoon and adventure things, comedy. This is very good. And if you like sarcasm, you can learn some words from it, from Gudetama, of course. But after all, overall, this movie is very interesting, and I would very much recommend you to watch this. Don't forget, the title is Gudetama, an Excellent Adventure. In Netflix, okay, just watch it. It's very good. 100% recommended. It's just that the ending, it has plot holes because Gudetama is eaten, not like getting more adventure as a rotten egg or anything. But well, what could I say? I am not the director. Thank you. Bye bye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.